Let's just get right into it, boys and girls. A lot happened around the NFL. A lot of news, a lot of things to talk about. First round is officially over. The wild card round is done. So let's just get on with. Let's just get started. Rams beating the Panthers, something that we weren't really surprised by. It was kind of surprising the fact that it was as close as it was, and the Panthers were this close to actually beating the Rams.
Yeah.
Does that worry you going forward? For some reason, like the Panthers play the Rams really good. Like the Panthers already beat them the regular season, almost beat them again. Like, is this like a bad matchup for the Rams, or is this a concerning sign for the Rams moving forward?
I don't think
They're
it's.
both of our Super Bowl picks. So.
I don't think it's a concerning sign. I think it was just a little bit of, Matthew Stafford just trying to get back in the rhythm with Devontae. A lot of like drop passes there. Just a little bit of luck wasn't on their side either. Panthers were at their home. Camp Newton in attendance. That stadium was packed out. Of course, the Panthers they have a chip on their shoulder. Like, they're the underdogs technically in that game. Just kind of a lot of it combined. You play down to your competition, So I don't see it concerning,
Not
honestly.
surprising though that how close it was.
Slightly, yeah. I thought honestly like the Rams were gonna just dominate, but in the back of my head I was just kinda like, well, the first game they lost to the Panthers, sometimes you underestimate your opponent, so I think maybe a little bit of that. But I'm not worried at all.
Are they still they're still my favorite to win the NFC.
Yeah, me too.
Moving on. Probably there was a lot of great games, like a lot of close games, but this one probably is at the top for me. Bears beating the Packers. Third, and
I was so excited.
This is turning into like, it already was the best rivalry in the history of the NFL, but it's like there's like a new chapter that is like since Ben Johnson and as came to the Bears, it's like reuniting this rivalry and the hatred for each other and the talents of each other. And I watched every single game. In the first round, I think they had the best crowd, like out of all games that I watched.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell that they fucking wanted badly to win that game against the Green Bay Packers, and Packers fucking had it, dude. Like they were up 21-3.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, okay, like there's no chance they can't come back again, right? And then part of me is like, they're not gonna be like nervous right now. Like they've done this before plenty of times. The comeback team of the year.
Yeah,
they're not gonna back down, and sure enough, they fucking come back and miraculous play, a couple of crazy ass throws by Caleb Williams. Where you're like, fuck, like who else can the league can make a throw like that?
Yeah, some crazy we both had the plays.
We both had the Bears winning, so we went 2-0 on that. So
yeah, some crazy plays, but I remember vividly, like it was crazy because that game, I remember they were up. And you were like, oh, this is raps. This is it. Like, look at it. Jordan Love is dealing. Like, it's crazy. Like, he's making every fucking pass. And he was dealing. He was doing great. But I was like, just wait till after the second half. Like, Ben Johnson's going to come back out with these guys ready to go. And slightly, like, after the third quarter, I was like, I remember just like, I'm just going to go to bed. Like, they're going to lose. Like, you know, I mean, I know there's time left, but this is not looking well. And then all of a sudden you wake up and you're like, no, they're going to come back. And like, it was just a whole back and forth. And like, I stayed up watching it and I don't regret it at all. I mean, it was a great win for them. Definitely. I mean,
so they just went two.
It was awesome.
They just won twice against the Packers in 1 year. On the Packers side of things, like a lot of blame has been put on LaFleur.
Yeah.
I don't know if he truly deserves all that, but there's no way you can fire a guy like him. He's taking you guys to the playoffs. They're gonna bring back Tucker Kraft and Micah Parsons next year, hopefully fully healthy. Like they're gonna be back in the same contender status as they were this year, and I don't think LaFleur is the reason for this collapse.
I mean. Yes and no. Part of it is like letting a team come back when you're up 21-3 is kind of crazy. When you have arguably one of the best defenses in the NFC, like even without Micah Parsons, your defense is still great. So it was just kind of crazy. You know, your quarterback's dealing. You guys have points on the board, like that is kind of on the coach right there, you know.
It's not as
So
bad. It's not as bad of a coaching game as the Eagles one was. That one was terrible, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Um, Man, like there's something about like Caleb and Ben, like the combination of them two, and like I feel like me and you, low key, have like been rooting for the Bears.
I always root for like that underdog team, especially when they haven't like won in the playoffs in a very long time.
I know
Um,
something about them. It's kind of like easy to root for them, you know.
yeah. And I love Ben Johnson. I think he's great. I think he's smart guy. I love I wouldn't say I love Caleb Williams. I think he's great. I think he's a cool guy. Sometimes a little on the cringier side, like a little trying a little too hard on these interviews, but I'll allow it because he's winning. You know, like I can't say too much about that. So, but just a little on the like trying to be like the greats, you know.
Yeah.
But hey, who can blame him? You know, like everyone wants to be like that.
Next up, another fantastic game. We both picked the Bills, and we both were saying to ourselves like this could easily be one where the Jags. I picked the Bills single handedly only because Josh Allen. Like I don't care about anyone else on their team. I think
Literally,
Josh Allen just puts the team. He does that all the time. It feels like he just puts the team on his back. And I was like, there's no way they lose to the Jags in the first round when there's no other
there's
Patrick,
absolutely no way.
Joe Burrow, Lamar in the playoffs left. So it was looking sketchy, but they get it 27-24, and they finished the job. I mean, what did you think about that game?
I thought it was kind of like how I expected, honestly, just back and forth. I knew the Jags weren't gonna get their ass whooped. Kind of got scared there for a minute for the Bills. Not gonna lie, I was like, ooh, they had a lead I think a couple of the times, but Josh Allen, like always, just putting the team on his back, running the ball down their throat, and doing what he can, slinging the ball.
That's another one that I'm like rooting for. Like I feel like he's got to be one of the most humble quarterbacks. Like,
he's so nice.
So easy to root for.
Yeah,
and it's just like I think it's time. Like he puts on all the work. He's just a fun guy to watch, you know. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
it's not gonna get easier from here.
Yeah,
you know?
It's not getting easier. I mean, the competition only gets better.
Yeah,
deeper you go. So we'll see what happens.
And then here we go. The game that I picked. The only game that we picked different teams.
No, we picked two different.
No, this is only one.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, there was two. Yeah. So I picked the Eagles. You picked the Niners. Going into the game, I was like, I understand the question marks with Jalen Hurts in the offense, but the defense is playing at a super high level, and with the injuries going on with the Niners, we already went through this.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like being home, I just felt like it'd be too much in your favor to lose the game, but obviously I was wrong. You were right. You picked the Niners, and I mean, just a terrible performance.
I just knew, just because this whole season, the whole thing with Kevin Patullo and their offense, like, I mean, it's so crazy because you look at that offense and you're like, it's so sexy. How do you not? You have arguably one of the best O-lines in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as good as it was the year before, but still, good O-line, good enough for you to do some shit. Yeah. You have Jalen Hurts, a more than capable Super Bowl winning champion. He can run. He can sling the ball. You have two great wide receivers.
Yeah.
Like, you have the best running back in the league. How are you not able to make shit work? And I just knowing that, I was like, there's just no way I see them winning. There's just no chemistry there. Nothing works.
But that's the thing. It's like they have the names that on paper you're like, okay, this is a Super Bowl, but they don't have that chemistry.
Like Mailata, Lane Johnson, Saquon Barkley,
but last year, Saquon carried most of the load.
Yeah,
he took a dip this year, and I think the other part of the offense wasn't able to like come back from that. Like none of the other players boosted their play from last year, and I think it's been brewing for the last couple of years that like AJ Brown doesn't like Sirianni, like they don't get along, and that's been brewing and like slowly. I think it hit its tipping point on the sidelines, and like in a playoff game, you don't want to be getting into an argument with your coach. It's not a good look. That's something that you want to do in like week 1 or 2 and then settle it and move on. But at that point, it's like
it's kind of too late.
Looked like he ran over to the receiver bench and did that. And it wasn't a good look. And they did fire. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. They fired their OC, like you
Yeah,
said, which
Patullo.
everyone saw that coming.
Yeah.
But
Nobody liked him.
I've been one last thing with like Hurts is like, can you blame the season? How much blame does Hurts take because he's always like negotiated around the league as is he a top quarterback or is he just benefit from the O line and the scheme and the running game like the game like he didn't boost. He doesn't make people around him better. Like it seems like Purdy does. You know, like he just I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Is it okay to say he's like middle of the pack quarterback? Like
Yeah.
is Sam Darnold better than him already? Like
I don't know. I mean, Sam Darnold hasn't won a championship, so most people would probably bring that up. But I mean, I think I will say this though. Just giving off like the whole OC, the chemistry not being there, I just don't see how a quarterback can even comfortably perform. You have so much things to worry about, and then you also have to worry about that. Is like,
yeah,
it doesn't make you comfortable. It doesn't make you loose. It makes you very tense. It makes you scared to like do the wrong thing. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't really say it's 100% on Hurts, but I wouldn't say that he doesn't deserve any criticism. Obviously, there's always things that to critique in everything you do in life. So I mean, I'm sure there's things that he could have done better, but I mean, dropping passes, that's not really on him.
I think not having Lane for like the second half of the season was a bigger impact than people were talking about. That impacts everything on the offense. You know, he's been the best right tackle in the game for like a decade now, and that impacted a lot. And because Jalen Hurts I feel like he used to run the ball a lot more and like did the tush pushes and would do QB draws like Josh Allen. But I feel like this year he didn't do a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean that goes kind of back to your OC as well. Just kind of like what they draw up to. You know, you can't be completely going on audible every single play that your OC draws up. So, I mean,
and then on the other side, like the Niners winning, like I mean, I was thinking about this today. Like Shanahan's got to be like one of the smartest minds to get a bunch of backup linebackers to play like that.
I mean, it's not just Shanahan; it's also his whole coaching staff that he has,
but
and Robert Saleh. I mean, Robert Saleh is like. He's a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I mean, and we've been knowing that he's a great defensive coordinator. And I'm kind of happy that he was able to get this group of guys and do what he can with this group of guys that he got coming from the Jets, you know, and that whole way things ended with him and Aaron Rodgers and that whole drama. So I'm happy for them that they got that win. Even though George Kittle did tear his Achilles, that's pretty sad because he's a great guy, but he'll come back strong.
Yeah. Next up, a game that you might not want to remember. Patriots beating the Chargers 16-3. I'll let you take the floor from here.
Yeah, I mean just a terrible performance by the Chargers once again in the playoffs. Our third time going to the playoffs with Justin Herbert and another L. So, so much. It was just a lot there. I mean, our O-line was just complete disaster per usual. I mean, that was nothing new, right? We've been having a shitty O-line since our two star tackles got hurt. I don't know why I thought this was going to be any different. Justin
I thought
Herbert.
the O-line would hold up a little better considering like the Patriots aren't really known for like sacking the quarterback. I don't know. I haven't watched a ton of Patriots games, but I didn't realize that they're, you know, I mean,
just like honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Just the offense in general was just a shitty performance. There was no run game. The O-line was abysmal. Justin Herbert couldn't do anything. He couldn't run. He couldn't throw. He looked scared. He was getting sacked so many times. There was no receiver that was really like open all the time, or a receiver that was like kind of like getting it going. There was none of that. The offense disaster. Our defense was honestly great. Like they were holding up. They made plays. They were able to get the ball for us a few times and just not able to do anything with that. So that kind of was really disappointing. I
None,
mean,
none of the blame. Like there should be no blame on Herbert for the game for the season. I
I
know people are talking about his playoff record and how bad he's been, but like especially this last game, like that wasn't really his fault. And I mean, in moments like that where your O line's getting dominated, you need a receiver or running back to step up and kind of take the load. Like a
yeah,
CMC, someone that can just catch the ball and just do shit with it. But like no one on the
yeah.
offense was really like doing that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like, yes and no. Like, I do see, like, so, like, I get it, like, yeah, part of it is not Justin Herbert's fault. Like, it's not his fault that the O line is terrible. It's not his fault that there's no receiver or running back that was able to do anything with that. But it is also, like, he is the quarterback. He is the leader. He is supposed to make something happen. And it just feels like he doesn't step up in that moment.
And
I guess. I don't
there's
know.
like things you can do when like your line's getting dominated to like help your quarterback, like do screens, a lot of screens, run the ball a lot, which I
It
don't know.
seems like we don't do any of that.
Like
I
whenever
mean,
Herbert would drop back, he would
it
just get
goes.
sacked. Like you got to get the ball out quick in situations like that. You guys don't do a lot of like crazy motion sweeps.
It goes back to just our OC, and I mean that's the reason why he got fired. Our O line coach got fired. So I mean, there's a reason why it happened. Nothing changes if you don't change. So I'm glad that we don't have to beg in the comments for fucking Harbaugh or whoever to
Who is
fire
the
this.
OC?
Greg Roman. There's a reason why he got fired from the Ravens, and he couldn't do shit with Lamar Jackson. How can you be an OC and not do shit with Lamar Jackson, arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the whole league?
Yeah.
Like that's insane. So there's I'm just glad that we were able to get rid of him. I just wanted to give these stats real quick. We had 29 different O-line variations. 29.
In the
Okay,
season?
guys, in the fucking season. This is so I also want to say this, that I don't think that it's Harbaugh's fault or like our GM. I really appreciate everything that they have done because they actively did try to improve the O line. Even when our star tackles got hurt, like we went out and got Trevor Penning. We've signed so many people off waivers.
Yeah.
It was just so sad that nothing worked. So we had 29 different variations. That's absolutely insane. And then just for this Patriots game, Justin dropped back 31 times against the Patriots and was pressured 30 times of those 31 times. So pretty much every single time he dropped back, he was pressured. Just absolutely insane.
But it didn't feel like Greg Roman made any adjustments.
He
Like,
did not make any adjustments.
There's things you can do. Like you don't just do the same thing that hasn't been working. You don't just keep having Herbert drop back. The dude has a broken hand, and you're like, okay, Justin Herbert, just keep on taking these hits, man.
Like literally,
let's just keep on having our defense stop him, and
he's literally groaning and moaning and rolling around the fucking floor. And
like you have to make adjustments, and he didn't make any adjustments. You know,
Marion Hampton played 2 snaps. Why do you even clear him to play if he's not even gonna play? It was just a disaster. Like at this point, I was just like, bro, why did we even come here, bro? Like, why did we even make the playoffs just to do this shit? Like, this shit is just annoying.
I mean, to be fair, even with the fully healthy O line, like everyone's healthy, I think it would have been a tough game still. You know,
Yeah.
Patriots are a great team. You know, it's not like you guys lost to like a 7 seed.
Yeah.
They're number 2 seed for a reason, right?
Yep. And I just wanted to give one more quick stat because I feel like people are like, oh, like Justin Herbert sucks. Like he's 0-3 in his.
I don't think anyone.
So I've been seeing a lot of videos. I've been seeing a lot of comments, but here is just a quick little stat for you guys. Quarterbacks to lose their first 3 career playoffs since 2000: Peyton Manning, Matthew Stafford, Matt Ryan, and now Justin Herbert. So I mean, those are some great names right there. Just because you lose 3 times in the playoffs doesn't mean that determines who you are or what you become. So I mean, Justin controls his own fate in some ways. They have a big salary cap this offseason. They're going to get a new OC, potentially a new DC. We still have our coach. We still have Justin Herbert. He's still, I mean, pretty young. So there is absolutely no reason why next year there should be any fucking excuse.
I think it's pretty clear that the reason Harbaugh came to you guys is because of Herbert. And he stated multiple times that like that's his number 1 priority is to protect him. So it's like you guys aren't gonna just sit there and not make any moves in the offseason, you know. Something's gonna happen, you know.
Yeah.
And having
We have.
It's hard to believe that they're gonna like Joe Walt plus what's his name?
Rashawn Slater.
Are they gonna keep them both?
We already signed Rashawn Slater, and Joe
so
Walt just got drafted.
Do
Well, what do you mean?
they can't make any moves there because.
Why would we make moves?
Slater coming off an injury like that, he might not be the same.
Yeah, I don't know about him, but we signed him to a big contract.
Becton was not as good as you guys probably thought, huh?
I don't know.
This year.
I don't know. Either way, I mean, there's a lot of guys on free agency. We have a big salary cap through the draft, so there's absolutely no excuse why that can't be improved. So,
and
Rashawn Slater got hurt at the beginning of
training camp
last season. Yeah, so it's like he should have more than enough time.
What was it again? Was it bicep or a chest?
No,
right?
It wasn't. It was his leg.
Oh.
It was a patellar tendon or something like that.
All right, next up, a blowout game that we both actually got wrong. I thought Aaron Rodgers coming into that game was hot the last couple weeks. I thought Mike Tomlin was going to have them ready. Their defense was not the issue in that game. It was really just their offense couldn't do shit. Like their offense with the half that I watched, the first half, they look like a much older team than the Texans defense. The Texans defense was flying around, looked like a bunch of young bulls, and that they're the best defense in the league for a reason, you know. A 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers that can't move that much versus a bunch of guys in their prime, some guys that might go to the Hall of Fame. It's not going to be good. 30-6, and two of those touchdowns were Texans defensive touchdowns. So I don't know what I was thinking picking the Steelers. I thought this would be like one of those where you're like, how the fuck did the Steelers win? I thought it was gonna be like that, but they just got completely dominated.
Yeah, just completely dominated. I mean, props to the Texans, came out there ready to go.
Mike Tomlin steps down. They didn't really see that coming, honestly.
I kind of had a feeling. I think he has this track record of like, you know, he gets his team to the playoff and like they get booted in the first round. Like they're just never able to get super far, for a while now. So
he coaches again ever, or because people are saying he's gonna go to media and then
I don't know,
maybe coach again eventually.
I could see him like maybe becoming like teaming up with another coach, like, you know, becoming a defensive coordinator somewhere or something like that. I don't know.
Aaron Rodgers, is that his last game, you think?
I hope so.
After seeing that performance like that, I don't think that he's capable of being a Super Bowl champion quarterback anymore.
Yeah,
because the defense that he had was pretty legit. He had DK Metcalf, and he only put up 6 points in a play. Like, it's not – I don't think you can really win. I think he should be done.
I think he should just hang it up.
He's had a Hall of Fame career. Like, what else are you trying to prove?
Yeah. I think maybe he just wanted to get one more ring. Who knows, right? Only he does, but I think it's time.
And why would he stay? And then a new coach comes in. And the new coach is probably going to go into a rebuild. It just doesn't make sense to stay. But all right, now we have the final 8. Any surprises, by the way, in the first round, or kind of everything?
I mean, I was just surprised that the Texans were able to just blow up the Steelers.
Yeah, that was surprising. Too.
Other than that, I mean, nothing else was like.
Surprised me a little bit.
Oh yeah, I guess a little bit, but to me, I had them winning anyways. I guess the Panthers keeping up with the Rams was surprising too, and then just the comeback for the Bears. I mean, that was surprising.
Do you have your predictions ready for the second round? Or are you gonna do it on the spot?
I'm gonna do it on the spot now.
I kind of have mine ready. First up,
again, stats, intuition, just everything mixed together.
I mean, we were both pretty accurate in the first round for the most part. You know.
Yeah.
Saturday we have. This might be the best matchup. They're all great matchups, but Bills at Broncos, a rematch of last year's wild card round. Broncos coming off a bye week. Now this, I don't even know where to begin. So we got Josh Allen going up against that defense, which I think we've talked about that defense. It's been kind of up and down. It hasn't been as dominant as like the Texans defense has been.
Mm-hmm. It
shows flashes of dominance, but I think the Bills should do the same thing they did last year and just run the ball and be hella physical and just pound the rock. you don't want to get into a high scoring drop back game against that defense. You want to pound the rock. I think that's the best way to win. I'm gonna stick with the Bills again. This is a way tougher of a matchup than the Jags, but I haven't seen enough from the Broncos offense to pick them here. So
Yeah. For me, just something is just giving me Bills right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, something is just telling me, like, Josh Allen, X Factor takeover right here in this game. Like, I know that they have a good defense, but Josh Allen's on another level. And here's the thing. If they can, score a couple touchdowns, it's wraps. It's wraps because that Broncos offense is just not as good as their defense. Like their defense is they're kind of like the Texans, just kind of their defense kind of carry them this far because they have that good defense, but their offense, if they can allow them to not get more than a touchdown, more than 10 points, I think Bills win. I really, truly do. I just don't see Bo Nix coming in the fourth quarter down, 7 points and being able to deal with all that pressure and put up some points. Like, I just don't see it.
So we both believe in Josh Allen. That's the biggest reason I'm picking them,
Yeah. They've been in those moments before, in the big stage, in the big lights. I mean, they've been in louder stadiums than that and crazier weather than that. So, I mean.
The game against the Jags they just won was the first playoff away game that they won, that Josh Allen has won.
Yeah.
So hopefully maybe that would give them some confidence going forward.
Yeah.
Another great matchup. Niners-Seahawks. Niners going at Seattle, the third matchup this year. They're a divisional rival. They split the series 1-1. I think. Where do we begin? I love that. I love the Niners. I love CMC. I love Purdy. They just at some point the injuries are going to add up. You're going up against a Seattle team that they're not gonna. Their offense is way more diverse than the Eagles was.
Yeah.
Like
more explosive, more young.
JSN, you got to worry about him. They have a dual threat running game with Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker.
Rashid Shaheed, the deep threat, who's got a lot of rubber on those wheels.
Yep. By the way, the Seattle's defense is underrated as fuck.
Oh yeah,
their defense is great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think what the Niners have been doing on offense is use CMC and just have him be the focal point, which I think you got to continue to do.
Yeah.
But with Kittle out, it's gonna affect the run game. He's a great blocker.
I'm
going with Seattle here. I love the Niners. I hate picking against them, but I think that the Seattle, you're going in Seattle, and they're well rested. Their whole team is healthy, and you're going in banged up. Just lost your tight end, one of your best players. Fred Warner might come back, might not, probably won't. I'm going Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think here.
You're a Niner girl, that's for sure.
I'm not a Niner girl. I'm a Charger girl. I think it was great. I think 49ers getting this dub was great, but I think that's where their story ends right here with the Seattle Seahawks. I mean,
it would be crazy if the Niners win this.
Yeah, so just even if Fred Warner is back or somehow comes back,
I don't think he's coming.
I just think I just don't think it's enough. It's not enough. Yeah, that Seahawks defense is so good and their offense is phenomenal. I just don't see them beating the Seahawks. So yeah, give me the
High
Seahawks
scoring,
there.
Low scoring.
I could see that kind of low scoring, kind of like I mean, potentially, yeah, I could see it kind of being like last time, maybe like a 13-17 game or something like that, or like 13-10, just defensive game.
Look, Seattle's head coach is a defensive-minded coach, and then Kyle Shanahan's an offensive-minded coach. So, like, this is the best case, like, best of both worlds battling each other. And, You know the Niners are going to come out with some trick plays, some fucking flea flickers, some double reverse ammo, shotgun, right to Shelly Buns,
Right. What
Coca-Cola,
the?
Topo Chico, right?
I will say, though, I know the 49ers have been in this position before, so they're a little more seasoned with that.
They're like a you can never count them out.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I will say that they kind of highly or slightly hold an advantage over. And Sam Darnold, the one time he did go to the playoffs with the Vikings, he just got.
Yeah, I don't like comparing to him.
Yeah.
That was a different team. It was his first time ever in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So we both got Niners. We both got Bills.
No, we
we
don't
both
got
got
nine.
Seahawks.
Yeah.
Next game, a game that was probably the trickiest for me to pick. Texans, Patriots.
That's tricky. I knew you were gonna come with a phone.
The reason I think it's tricky is because that Texans defense is going to neutralize. Drake May is going to see. Why you look at me like that? You're waiting for me to say something?
I'm thinking
too, because I don't know how to explain this. I'm picking the Patriots, okay? I'm picking the Patriots. But this is going to be the hardest game of the Patriots year and the hardest game of Drake May's career. This is going to be like a fucking nail biter, right? This might go to overtime. It's going to come down to a lucky bouncing to a Patriots receiver to get in field goal range, game-winning field goal. That's how close I see this matchup being. The reason I'm sliding with the Patriots, I just can't trust CJ Stroud. He had like 4 fumbles yesterday. He had like a pick. He's just not reliable. As good as that defense is, you still need a quarterback that can be productive. What do you think? I don't know. The Texans can win this, but
I don't know. I mean, yes and no. Something is telling me Texans here. Something is telling me Texans here, man. Just that defense is so sexy, bro. I mean, they just got it all covered. They got that edge. They got their edge rushers. They got their safeties. They got good cornerbacks. And not just one good cornerback. They got 2 good cornerbacks. That's the thing.
It scares me because they only scored 16 points against your defense, the Chargers defense, and I mean, no offense to the Chargers defense, but the Texans defense on another level.
Yeah, that's on another level. So that's why for me, and I mean, Drake May's, that was his first time in the playoffs. Like, you know, now he gets to face a real good defense against the quarterback who has been to the playoffs a few times and has won a few times. So
there's so many. I've been seeing so many memes of how like the Texans defense just carries CJ Stroud.
I mean, slightly, yes.
Like
here's how good the defense is. CJ Stroud is allowed to make mistakes,
and they still win.
That's
how good they are.
That's how good they are. He doesn't have to be perfect. That's the thing.
But just imagine if he was perfect. Imagine if he was decent.
Well,
imagine
they would have a Super Bowl ring by now.
If CJ Stroud can put up 20 points, they're winning every game. That's all they need. But I just can't trust him. He's gonna make mistakes. Their O-line is not great either. He's gonna get hit as well.
I think C.J. Stroud will clean up his game and give me the Texans.
Whoo!
Yeah.
Close game.
I think DeMeco Ryans going to clean that shit up. There was a few times where there was one play I remember vividly where C.J. Stroud is getting sacked, and this guy decides to just throw the ball, and they get it. And DeMeco Ryan, they pan the camera to DeMeco, and he's like, why would you do that? Like, he's just like, so those are like some of the things where I think CJ Stroud will clean that up. You know, he'll just take the sack or throw the ball away or whatever. But I mean, you know what? No, I'm kind of going back now.
Why?
Nico Collins is in concussion protocol.
Is he?
Yes, that kind of changes things a lot.
So he might play still.
Nico is nice. He might still play. Oh, this is hard.
No, you got to stick to your gut instinct.
But that
look. In the Texans.
Because if Nico doesn't play, that changes a lot.
Listen. The Texans' best receiver was Christian Kirk last night. It wasn't even Nico. Christian Kirk went for like 140 yards.
I surely like Jaden Hands, Jalen Noel. They do got a lot of.
It's an interesting thing that I just thought of. Mike Vrabel is a former player of the Patriots. Now he's coaching the Patriots. Mm-hmm. DeMeco Ryans a former player of the Texans. Now he's coaching the Texans. Just some fun fact for you. some little trinket that I pulled out of my fucking brain.
Also, stick with the Texans here.
So you think the Texans make it to the AFC Championship? Who would have thought that being in the year?
I mean, just their defense is that good.
I'm such a fan of their defense.
Actually, though,
this is a tough game to pick, isn't it? Don't be emotional because the Patriots beat you guys.
No. Here's the thing, though. The crazy thing is that I actually see the Bills playing the Patriots. Like, you know what I mean?
Championship too.
Like, I can actually see that more than I see the Texans.
The NFL is rigged. They would make it Patriots Bills.
I think it's gonna be Patriots, but just geographically, like, it makes sense. You know, New York versus Boston. Like, that's the perfect game. Rivalry.
And they're tied up as well this season 1-1.
Yeah. Give me the Patriots. I think they're gonna win.
But it's not gonna be easy. It's going to be way harder than it was against the Chargers.
If the Texans win, I'm going to be kicking myself, though. But just give me the Patriots, just because I kind of see that matchup more than the Texans.
But the Texans have every ability to win this game. And then
So if the Texans don't win, I mean, there's just no excuse to not win, right? I mean.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? There's not excuse to win, right? There's no excuse.
I mean, the only excuse would be like the running game and the O-line, I guess. But it's not as bad as other teams are. And Woody Marks was pretty good last night.
I mean, they got this far already, so how can they not win one more, right?
Last up, another fantastic matchup of two like genius head coaches, Ben Johnson versus Sean McVay, and just fucking psychopath, like smart when it comes to football.
Bro, I see Ben Johnson in the TV and he's like this.
Yeah.
Like getting his play call, his eyes are just moving like a little evil genius.
I wonder how much caffeine Sean McVay and Ben Johnson are going to be hyped up on.
Sean McVay, how much gel do you use on that?
Yeah. Rams at the Bears. Another great matchup, man. This is a hard one to pick too. I mean, I'm just going to say it straight away. I'm going to stick with the Rams. I'm not going to just be fucking flippy floppy, you know. I went with the Rams at the beginning of this playoff bracket prediction. I'm going to stick with them.
But deep down, you're rooting for the Bears, huh?
I'm kind of, I mean, it's easy to root for a team that has not been there before, and like they're the underdogs clearly, and they're young. And
they've never been to a Super Bowl before.
No, I mean like the team, like Caleb and Ben.
Oh,
like, it'd be nice to see them go. Well, they'd have to go to. They would have to face another team.
Yeah,
before, but I don't like that Bears defense. It doesn't. Yeah, I don't. There's not a lot of guys on that defense where it's like, okay, he's gonna lock up Puka. Okay, they'll be able to contain Devontae and Kyle. Like, there's just too many weapons. I don't think they have the corners and the safeties to be able to do it. I think the Rams are gonna put up points, but you can never count out the Bears. Like, if they're down by 20 in the fourth quarter, like they can still come back, make it a game. But I'm sticking with the Rams. I just think they have too many veterans. They have too much experience. They've been battle tested. And Matthew Stafford's just I just love watching him.
I think this is going to be the one game out of all the games this week.
It's not as close as people think.
That is going to be a complete shootout. I think this game will be like a 31-30 type of score. Like, it's just going to be like kind of like the Panthers again, just kind of a big shootout. Just because I think the Rams defense is great. I think they got Verse on that edge. I mean, him trying to get some pressure on there will make Caleb run out the pocket. We know what Caleb can do when he runs out that pocket. I mean, he's great running and throwing quarterback. Ben Johnson is going to come up with some creative stuff. We'll definitely maybe blow some coverages or, maybe a little bit of a slight comeback at the end, but just not enough to get the job done. I still think the Rams will win. I just think team. I just think that this is going to be a battle of offenses. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be, all offense on display. I just think that the Rams have more firepower on offense. I mean, just two great receivers. They have two tight ends actually that are pretty good. Yeah. Their running back is great. Their quarterback, is great. More experience, has a ring. McVay has a ring. Like, I just think overall they are.
The Rams should put up 30 plus points. Like, it's not like Jalen Johnson's like this fucking lockdown corner,
Yeah. I mean, he can maybe lock down one,
But Puka moves
but there's
around.
still another one. You know what I mean?
Puka moves around a lot. He's not just on one side.
Like he can lock down Devontae, but you still got Puka. You can lock
That's
down
what I'm
Puka.
saying,
You still got Devontae. Like
yeah.
that's just how great they
Kyron
are.
Williams,
Yeah, they still got Kyron. They got
Parkinson.
Parkinson. They got what's his name? Ferguson, his other tight end, the young guy. So
If the Bears had a better defense, I would pick the Bears, but I just think that's going to be their weak link. I think it could be a shootout, like you said.
yeah,
But
it's either gonna be a shootout or it's gonna be a blowout by the Rams, and there's no in between. So
this could be a blowout.
it could be.
I mean,
I could see them going deep to Puka and blown coverage or something like that. Tutu Atwell or I don't know, something like that. I could see that.
The
but
Bears lose this game. They shouldn't This was a great season.
yeah,
This was a great they won the division.
yeah,
By a lot. They beat the Packers twice. They beat the Lions twice. Like the divisional opponents. Like they went to the second round of the playoffs. Like this would not be a disappointing year if you're a Bears fan.
yeah. They have a bright future ahead of them.
Caleb
for
Williams
sure.
has shown that he can be a franchise guy and can make the throws capable. You have a coach that, is we all know about Ben Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So we both got Rams, both got Patriots. Even though that's the one I'm most kind of concerned about. I could easily go to the Texans, but I'm going with Patriots. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I think you're right. I think the script writers are gonna want Patriots.
Yeah,
in the
Bills
AFC Championship. By the way,
Yeah,
that crowd was so fucking dry in that
I
game
mean,
too.
Oh yeah, lame ass crowd. Probably the worst
if you think
crowd.
about it, okay, let me break it down. Like the Patriots fans, they've been here before. Like a first round of a playoff game when they've gone to all these Super Bowls is like nothing.
Yeah.
So I kind of get it. It's not like the Bears where they're just now getting to the playoffs for the first time in a while. But
I guess so. Yeah.
well, then we both we both have Seahawks, right?
Mhm.
So we have the same
Yeah, same bracket.
Bills Seahawks. So it would be Bills versus Rams in our thing, and then
Bills versus Rams.
Bills versus Patriots,
Mhm.
and then Seahawks Rams.
Yeah.
If we get to that.
That would be the ideal bracket, and I feel like that's what the script is gonna want for us. So that's what we're gonna get.
A Texans Rams NFC Championship would be fucking cool though too. That defense against that offense. Oof.
Texans Rams.
But I'm like mixing up conferences. What am
I'm
I
like,
doing
what
right
are
now?
you talking about right now?
It's because right here it's like all
you mean
mixed
Super
up.
Bowl?
That'd be a good Super Bowl.
Nah.
Well, I guess Texans Bills. That'd be interesting.
Oh no! If I had to put money on it, the best Super Bowl would be Bills versus the Rams.
Yeah,
Personally,
we'll see.
I mean, we know that there's 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 8 teams left, and there's only one person out of those 8 teams that has won a Super Bowl ring. So there might potentially be somebody who's never won a ring to win a ring this year. It's a higher chance of that happening than Matthew Stafford doing it again. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see who gets it.
We'll be back next week it'll be Final Four. We'll be able to break down the second round matchups and then look forward to the Final Four. Maybe it'll be something we're not expecting.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe the Bears make it,
Bears versus the Bills. The battle of the bees.
Appreciate the love, baby.
All right.
We'll be back next week. Peace.
Peace.
Love you.